Okay, this is gonna be a hard one for me, guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Emily. I am the DIYer because I can't afford to do otherwise, but we're not DIYing anything for a season. Instead, we are purging and decluttering because I'm tired of my house being constantly a mess. And this is reason number one, is because of toys. Now, my kids are great kids. I love them, but I really do feel like I am stifling their creativity by giving them so many options. So we're going to be ruthless here, and I'm going to have a time will tell bin and a donate bin, and we're going to try to get rid of at least half of these toys. But I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a hard one for me. I know the benefits of having less toys. I know that I am doing them a disservice by giving them so many toys that it's stifling their creativity and all of that. But I also, I get sentimentally attached, or I feel guilty, and it's just really hard for me to get through this. But we're gonna try our best, and hopefully with you watching me, I will be a little bit more ruthless than I normally am. But pray for me, guys, because this one's gonna be a hard one.
As many people probably already know, kids thrive with less. There's been plenty of studies out there to prove this. The less toys you give, the more creative the child is. And I've experienced this even firsthand with my children. But, you know, toys just come in whether I want them to or not. You know, family gives them to us, or even as a thrifter, I seem to accumulate a lot. And it just happens. You get overwhelmed very quickly. I want to point out that this is not all of them, all you see on the floor. Those bins over there are also still full. You would have thought, like, yeah, we just dumped out the bins on the floor and that's what the result is. But nope, the bins are full and the floor is full.
Okay, first step was to bring it all over here. So I got all the toys out of the family space over here and just shoved them all onto the toy area over here so that I can at least know what I'm working with. I know there's still toys in their rooms. But that was step number one. Let's move on to step number two. I went out and bought the biggest boxes that I can find at Walmart, so that I could box up things to donate. Because sometimes that even holds me back. Is that like, well, I don't really have a box to put them in right now, because I also made an effort to get rid of like extra Rubbermaid boxes, because things that hold things that you don't need. And so I got rid of as many as I could of that, to where now I don't have any extras. So that was sometimes a hurdle for me. It's like, well, I don't have a way to get them out of my house at the moment. So I solved that by going to get the two biggest boxes. I'm going to start off with one being a time will tell bin and one will be a donation bin, but we'll see how full they get from there, and then I might make both of them a donation bin, and then the other one I'll find somewhere a pile of time will tell. So anyway, we're going to get these put together real quick. Oh, I'm just so overwhelmed already, guys.
I ended up bringing in a third box, which is my rotation box. So I've been rotating toys for quite a while, but usually what ends up happening is I put all the toys that they are done with, outgrown or whatever, into that rotation box, never actually rotating them back in. So this time I'm going to try to be a little bit more intentional with that, and then purge those toys that they've outgrown finally.
Okay, real quick, I'll explain why I feel like I should get rid of the toys that I'm getting rid of so far. So most of them are just like toys that they have outgrown, but I've been holding on to because I was too sentimental. But holding on to these is not going to make them my babies again, and I think we're done having kids, so there's really no reason for me to hold on to these toys and them stressing me out even more than they already are. So even though it's really hard, I'm going to get rid of them, and honestly, I've done that before, and then once they're gone, I never think about them again. So the memories are still there, even though the toys aren't. But then some of them, you know, it does all the creativity for them, as opposed to this one, it really only has one purpose. It makes noises and everything, but when he does play with it, he plays with it for maybe 10 seconds and then moves on to the next toy. So I'm looking to keep toys that are going to keep him entertained and keep him more engaged than something that does all the creativity for him. Same with this one. Yeah, this one is super cool. It was a gift from my mother-in-law to him, but he has so many ramps, and the other ramps he can manipulate and move around, make himself, build himself. So there's multiple functions to it, as opposed to this one is just one function. I even noticed that he did play with this just last week. He put all of his cars down and he liked watching them go around and around, and then he just kind of kept piling his cars on it, and then they've been sitting there for 2 weeks now. As opposed to his car ramp that I made him, he props it up in different ways, he moves it different ways, he races the cars, and it's all sorts of different things. So this one is just also big and bulky and takes up a lot of room. So saying goodbye to that one as well. Okay, so I just did 3 more areas, mainly the main shelves and drawer and the grocery store and the workbench. I just did all 3 of those, and my phone didn't record any of it, and I'm about to cry. Because I've been building up the energy to do this all week, and now I finally have the energy, and then my phone doesn't record it. It's fine, guys. But here, I'll tell you what I'm getting rid of. So I filled up this entire box, and then I ended up combining the time will tell and the rotation box because I thought I was going to need a second donation box. The only thing that's really overflowing is this big old thing, and a couple big items are overflowing out of it, so I don't really want to use up a whole other box for that. I'm going to go back through here and probably divide it into time will tell and rotation, and then maybe do one more full sweep once I get all of their toys from upstairs down here as well. But still, I'm mad that it didn't record. I probably would get rid of the grocery store if it wasn't for as a homeschool mom. I'm excited to use it as a teaching opportunity for counting money and shopping and everything whenever we get to that. And then also second, they really do like it, and they use it for more than just a grocery store. They use it as a hotel or a restaurant or something. And my mom gave it to him, even though I told her not to. She still got it for him. But the thing that I did notice is that it came with accessories, and then my mother-in-law also bought I don't know where it went, the grocery cart to go with it, and then she bought a whole bunch of accessories to go with that, and plus I had the accessories that went with the kitchen that I had built up and curated an entire huge collection. Oh, and it got to be way too much. And then literally all my daughter ever does is come down here and dump them all over the place, and then doesn't really play with them because that was a ton of accessories for one item. So I feel like most minimalists probably would tell you get rid of the big bulky items. It's stifling their creativity, and yes, it kind of does maybe in some cases, but for something like this, pretend play, I think is really good, and then something that they can pretend as multiple different things, that's totally fine with me. But it's whenever you start gathering up a million accessories, and I'm bad at this because, she has her dollhouse, and I kind of get excited anytime I'm at a thrift store or scrolling Facebook Marketplace and see doll accessories. I get excited. I'm like, oh, do we need those instead? Matter of fact, I even got her some for Christmas, and I'm already wanting to get rid of them because they're overwhelming me. But it's whenever we have too many accessories for the item that I think it starts becoming more of a nuisance than it is actually adding to our life and adding to their creativity. So what I did is first I got rid of all the cardboard boxes because those just kept falling apart or getting stepped on and crushed in terrible condition. So I got rid of all the cardboard boxes that came with those different accessories. I got rid of duplicates because there was we had 3 things of stick of butter and you only need 1, so we got rid of duplicates. And then I also ended up getting rid of the cans because honestly my kids didn't even know what 90% of the canned foods were. What we did keep is all the wooden ones, which is still quite a bit, but she only has, if you can see this, 2 baskets full now of just accessories for those 3 large things, rather than those 2 full. The grocery basket was full and the shelves of the grocery store were full. So I feel pretty good about narrowing it down to only 2 baskets. So that's what that box is mostly full of, is that. But then I did the same thing with the workbench. There was just like so many tools that they just got spread around and defeated the purpose of it. So I got rid of those, and I'll probably try to narrow down my doll accessories as well, even though that's gonna be hard for me. And though I do feel like there's still a ton of toys in here, I've made a really big impact with that box completely full and this box completely full. But the kids are both asleep in their rooms right now, so I'm not going to go get the rest of their toys out of their room. But I might, again, kind of do another big old sweep to see if I can get rid of a couple more. Or at least like rotate a couple more, because guys, I'm so done.
This video was taken 4 days after I did the big old declutter. And normally at this point, the floors would have been covered again. But today is a snow day, so we're spending our day in pajamas / princess dresses, because why not? And they're playing extremely well, and there's not a million toys on the floor. And even though this video isn't showing it, they were playing really well together as well. So 4 days in, I can already see progress, and I'll let you know how more days go.
Okay, it has now been 1 week since decluttering all those toys, and I did not clean up before I started this video. Yeah, there's a few toys left out. There's a few toys over here left out, but that can be cleaned up easily in like 5 minutes or less. Okay, it's the next day, but I personally don't feel like the kids' room is that bad. But it could definitely be better. So I'm in Thad's room, and then I'm gonna try to do Everly's room before we have to go to church tonight. So let's get this done.
Most of the toys that we keep in the room are quiet, independent play toys. So like my son has his Legos, and they both have puzzles in here and a few other things that they can play with quietly by themselves. That's because after a long, stimulating day at school, we like to have quiet time. Now you can nap during that time, or you can just play independently, but for the most part, that's what I keep in the rooms. I heard though that if a room takes more than 5 minutes to clean up, then you have too much stuff in there. And so I'm trying to come up with a few extra systems and where some of these stuff can go that can make that more manageable.
Okay, so far this is the pile of donate or rotate out, and this is the pile of stuff that actually has a home downstairs. So I'm gonna go put those in the, well actually there was Hot Wheel tracks in there, but the kids came upstairs to grab that and ran back downstairs. So we're gonna go do that real quick. Okay, so here's my rotate pile, here's the donate pile, and here's the trash pile. I almost got hung up on this little toy. This is something that he bought with like the tickets that he won from an arcade, and it was a beloved toy for a while, but it got broken, and in all honesty, I'm not going to take the time to fix it, meaning if I did, it would just break 2 seconds later again. So there's no reason to hang on to it, even though he did like it. It's trash. And
oh boy, my daughter's room is a whole nother story. Okay, so she's kind of transitioning out of taking a nap every day, and but I still like make her stay in here so that she can play quietly, and for the most part she does, but mostly what she does is just come in here and dump. And that's just how she plays. She comes in and dumps, and I don't know how to fix that. So I'm gonna try, but this one's hard. This is hard. Okay, I don't know if it was just decision fatigue or what, but I didn't get rid of very much in her room at all. Only one small diaper box full, and I don't think it was anything significant. But I did
bag up an entire trash bag full of stuffies because this girl's addicted to stuffies. But there's definitely quite a few in there that could be rotated out for a little bit, and I don't think she'll miss, so we'll see. But then the rest of it was mostly trash. It's a little hoarder. Everything that is in there is just things that she can quietly play with. So there's puzzles, and there's some like a pretend makeup play type thing that she can just play on herself that she does, and then her dress up clothes. The main reason those are up here is because they still need my help putting them on and taking them off a lot of times, and so it's just easier to keep them up here. But what does happen is that she asks for all of them at once, and then I never get around to hanging them back up. So what I think I'm gonna do is either find a box or something that'll fit under her bed, or just get a designated dress up bin, and then all of their dress up clothes are gonna go in there, both of them, and I don't know if I'll move them downstairs or not. We'll see. And then yesterday, whenever I finished this, I did make their bed and everything, and I was gonna record like this is what the end result looks like, and then I forgot. I went to church. So now here I am, and I can't show you a reveal video because I gotta get this video uploaded, and they're in their rooms asleep right now. So yeah, anyway, but I do feel better about what I got rid of. I don't think I got rid of enough, but it's a good sweep for now. And I didn't say this at the beginning, but hopefully if you've been following along, you know that this is supposed to be a declutter with me video. But my main purpose of this is, I know that I'm not perfect, but I'm hoping that I can encourage some other moms to do the same, because it's been a week and a half now, and I'm still reaping the benefits of like longer play, quieter play, less arguing, and just I like it. I like it so far, and I know that I need to do more, but you know, it's a decluttering onion, and I peeled another layer away, so we'll hopefully we'll do some more. But I'll do like maybe an update video as well whenever I do like my closet update and how well that's going. Maybe I'll do a toy update and see how well that's going as well. But otherwise, for now, that's all I got. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see y'all next time.